Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back with your daily crypto content, and today we're going to be talking about Ripple XRP and also HBAR, as well as kind of addressing what's happening in the market currently, as we do lose a little bit of flow through the market. We are down about almost 1%, down to $1.96 trillion in the market. Bitcoin is having a healthy pullback right now. We are going to be talking about that and really kind of looking at things from an overall standpoint. Most of the alts are still holding their 7-day span. For an example, XRP has pulled back significantly, but nothing too crazy, honestly. So we're going to be addressing this. We're going to be talking about it. But before we jump into this video, I just want to let you guys know that we did release 2 new posters on the site. These are 2 8-bit themed. I am also going to be releasing the normal version of these as well for anybody who doesn't like pixel art. So those will be uploaded very soon as well. So if you guys are interested into them, you guys can check them out with links down in the description below as well as in the comments below. But with that being said, really let's look at the overall market. So we did see that the stocks opened fairly good today. For an example, the Dow Jones made a new all-time high yet again at about 35.6K. Nothing too crazy to report on in terms of that. We did have a little bit of volatile action. We dropped about 400 points before rallying back up. I'm still looking at this for tomorrow, but besides that, there's really nothing more to report on in that case. But I will be watching this throughout the week. Same with the overall NASDAQ as well as the S&P 500. Now, both of these still look pretty good. The NASDAQ hasn't been really moving up like the Dow Jones or anything like that, but the S&P 500 has. It's making new all-time highs pretty much every single day. So this is fairly good for us. Stocks rallying is very good for crypto because it does, result in a rally in crypto as well. Now, I do know a lot of people are concerned with the slight pullback on XRP, same with HBAR. Now, I'm just going to say right now, I've been calling for this. I've been talking about this for pretty much about, I would say, 5 days or so now. I've been saying that we are going to have a pullback on Bitcoin because Bitcoin has risen significantly. We will most likely do the same thing here. Like, we'll probably break the 200-day MA similar to this. Because if you look here, it's pretty much the same pattern that we have going on. So realistically speaking, if we do pull back the same amount, which I'm not going to say it's going to be the exact same, but this is about a 5.8% drop. If we look here on Bitcoin currently, we are down about 5.12. We could come down a little bit lower, maybe to about 45K flat. I'm more so leaning towards more deeper pullback. I know a lot of people are not going to like that, but I'm actually expecting a drop of about 14% down to about 41.3K. But I don't think that we realistically need to go that low. We'll most likely pull back about 12.8%, which would be about 42K. A 42K Bitcoin right now wouldn't be too concerning. We'd still hold the fundamental line that we did create, and that line is pretty much right here if I could drag this up. So 42K is fairly good. It is a resistance point, so if we actually can hold 42K, that would be very good for us, and it would allow for us to go even higher to test 50K plus. That would be totally fine. Now again, yes, alts will take a pretty good hit. Like I said, Bitcoin dominance is still fairly high. We did break our key significant support line that I mentioned earlier in the week. This was pretty much that 44.52%. I told you guys that this is a strong support, even going back to the beginning of July and even back in June. It is also a resistance point. So now that we are down below it, it is having a hard time breaking above it. So now I am looking for the next test of about 43%, and then after that, obviously 41% will be the next on the table, as that is the next solid support zone. Realistically, we could stop at about 41.6%. I'm not too concerned right now currently on Bitcoin dominance or Bitcoin at all. We are still looking very bullish nonetheless. Ethereum's still doing pretty good. It's still kind of printing its upward path. Ethereum dominance is still looking good. I think that this is kind of riding the 100-day and also the 50-day MA overall. So it's still looking strong, still looking good. I still want to see this break that 20.83%. That's pretty much the all-time high dominance that we've made this bull run alone. The actual all-time high for this is pretty much up at that 30.8% zone. That would be very bullish for us to get to. Now going back to XRP and also HBAR, yeah, they are dropping, but they're not dropping a significant amount. Like for an example, XRP realistically right now from our current high that we made just recently down to where we were is about a 16.38% of a drop in price. I said that we could retest and most likely retest about $1.10 with the low of about $1.05 in mind. Now, again, that pullback wouldn't be too bad. I think that is good. I think that will most likely hold the $1.10 line. Now, if we don't, then yes, we will test lower. We'll most likely retest $1 before going even higher. Pretty much breaking that $1.35 that we have had a hard time to break. Now, once we break that $1.35, it's clear skies to $2 plus. I'm still watching closely throughout the market because this pullback was, pretty much needed. I've been saying it for a very long time that we're going to pretty much be in an expectant pullback zone going into the weekend, and if we don't get a pullback over the weekend, it will most likely be Monday, because every single weekend that we've ever had on Bitcoin and most altcoins where we don't pull back on the weekend, guess where it happens, right? It goes throughout the week. So this entire week that we are in now could be extremely volatile for price action, but it could also be good for price action too. So right now, the clear thing to look for is just Bitcoin, right? We have to watch Bitcoin because Bitcoin is still king overall. Now, it is riding the 200-day MA so far. I'm watching for a clear break below that. If we can keep bouncing off of it and hold strong, we'll most likely see a little bit of a rally tomorrow on Bitcoin as the stocks do open as well. If they open fairly good tomorrow, that would be great. Right now, though, we have been holding strong. Later throughout the day, because currently it is about 4:25 p.m., as the Asian markets open, that's where we'll most likely expect the most volatile price action. That's where we'll most likely see a major pullback on Bitcoin if we are expecting it, or a major rally upward. So as long as we hold the 200-day MA, I'm not too concerned. If we break below it, again, I'm still not too concerned. As long as we hold 42K, I'm totally fine, because once we break down below 42K, it's going to be a very hard time to break back above it. I mean, unless we get something like this, right? We broke significantly below the 42K zone. We even broke key fundamentals down to 37.5K before we rallied back up above it. So I'm watching price action throughout the week on Bitcoin, on stocks as well. Again, going back to even HBAR, because I do know a lot of people are kind of concerned with HBAR breaking below, 25 cents and so far. The thing about HBAR is that, we're still in a good price demand. Like this entire rectangle here, is fairly good for us to be in. And the lowest point of that is about 23 cents. So until 23 cents is lost, there is no concern on HBAR at all. But I mean, you can't say that you weren't expecting a pullback on most of these altcoins. Like, a lot of people in this market think that this is just an up-only game, but realistically speaking, like, we rallied about 35.37%, so obviously we had to get a slight pullback on HBAR. Same goes for XRP, right? So, again, with XRP, the actual rally on XRP started pretty much at the bottom of this candle at 66.5 cents, and we rallied about 104%. So a slight pullback is nothing too concerning. I'm not concerned at all. Same kind of goes for Bitcoin too. Like, a nice pullback on Bitcoin realistically would be very nice for us, because even right now we are up about 63.51%. So, that slight pullback of about 12%, for example, to retest the 42K zone wouldn't be too concerning at all. It'd actually be welcoming, in my opinion. I'd welcome that, and I'd, buy the dip if I wanted to. That would basically be the time to buy for anybody who was looking to buy. And then, the next run up could be another 63%, which would break above the all-time high. Now, this would take some time to get to. This would most likely bring us into, September, the end of September into maybe October. This would be very good. And then we'd still see a slight pullback because, nothing goes up forever. But I would realistically be watching Bitcoin closely if you guys are in alts. To long an alt right now is totally fine. Long term, everything will be good in my opinion. But I will say right now, there's nothing to be too concerned about in terms of price action on HBAR, XRP, or even Bitcoin. Honestly, all of the crypto market right now, yeah, sure, it's a little bit of a red day, but there's nothing too concerning. We're down 1.5%. Total market cap sitting at about $1.96 trillion. But this is not concerning at all, especially when we've seen, past price action, especially on Bitcoin. So currently right now, still very bullish. Market still looks good. XRP still looks good. It's holding at $1.16, $1.15 or so. Again, this is actually kind of, if you look here, what we're actually trading on is a solid support zone, even from back in May, is at that pretty much $1.16 zone. And this is actually a zone that we pretty much bounced off of back in April as well. So this is actually not that bad. It's technically a resistance zone too, going back to the original pump from April 6th. So this is actually pretty good for us. Same kind of goes for HBAR. Right now we kind of bounced off of support at 24 cents, almost exact. And even if we go back, right, that's still a good overall support zone, and even a support zone from the beginning of March. April as well. And, who knows? If we could hold this, we could still see a little bit of a price rally up to 30 cents plus. Same goes for XRP. We could still see a nice price rally all the way up to $1.50 plus. And Bitcoin, if Bitcoin could hold the 200-day MA, we could see a rally to 50K plus. So I'm still watching very closely on Ethereum, Bitcoin dominance, Ethereum dominance, all the altcoins, and also the overall stock market. I know quite a bit of stuff to watch for, but those are the key fundamentals for crypto currently. I'm also watching the dollar, the DXY. So right now, crypto still looks good. Nothing too concerning, just to give you guys a quick update on that. So with that being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on. If you guys do want more free content, you guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. I hope that you all have a beautiful day or a beautiful night wherever you guys are in this beautiful world. This has been Nick. Peace out, guys.